And hello. So for this video, we're going to go through the process on how to take a PowerPoint file and taking all of the slides in that PowerPoint presentation and converting each slide into an individual image so you can upload it to your learning management platform for online quizzes, lab exams, etc., etc. So presumably you've already made your assessments, so you have your questions. For the sake of this demonstration, I decided to make my own questions just because it's fun. But so here's a example question, here's a second example question. You could do it multiple choice, all sorts of things with the PowerPoint formats, right? And then the last one, hopefully this does make you a little bit happier. But so when it comes to how to go about taking all these individual slides and making them into images without having to manually do things like printing your screen and then saving it into a paint file, this is kind of baked into PowerPoint already. So here is a view of the PowerPoint file when I was editing it. You would go up to File in the top left, and from there you would see this kind of screen. You want to select the Save As option. This will then bring up the option here to change the title of the file. So you're probably familiar with the Save As function, but then where things get a little bit more interesting to convert the PowerPoint file into a series of images, what we need to do is tell the program to do that. So we will select the PowerPoint format, so to speak, and then this is where things get really interesting, because it's really important to understand that conceptually we are telling the computer, we're telling the program to take this PowerPoint file and save it as a different set of data, an image format, so to speak. And as far as the common formats you want to be aware of for images, maybe you've heard of JPEG, you've heard of PNG, TIFF is a really, really common one, especially on the research side of things. Any of these three will work for the purposes of converting these slides into a bunch of pictures. But one thing you should be really, really aware of and to just avoid is the GIF selection. Because what will happen is if you save your PowerPoint in the GIF format, what ends up happening is that PowerPoint produces one file, which is not what you wanted to do, but that one file will actually animate through all the slides of your presentation. So there's applications for that, but for the scope of this video, we're trying to make a splicing, so to speak, of all the slides into images. So here we go with our demonstration. So we did the walkthrough a little bit already, but just so you can see it in a quote-unquote live format. So we go up to the top left and we select File. This brings up this kind of default file window. We want to select the Save As option. This then brings up a bunch of things we can do. You can edit the title in this selection here. You can choose where to save it within your computer. I'm just going to keep it in the default folder that I have for this presentation. And then remember, the important thing is changing the format. You're trying to change PowerPoint into some sort of image format. So I'm just going to scroll right on down to JPEG. It's my kind of go-to format. So I select JPEG. And then a question some of you may have had while I was presenting all of this is that, well, what if I only wanted one slide as a picture? Well, this allows you, as you can see, this allows you that option. So you can choose all the slides in the PowerPoint to be spliced into images, or a particular one. You just select whatever slide you want, convert it to an image, go through the same steps, and then choose the middle option here of just this one. But for our purposes, we'll do all the slides, so then I will select that, and then there will be this confirmation window saying all this stuff has been saved under a particular folder of this pathway, and I'll hit OK. And then lastly, just to confirm, so I have the window already, or the file path already opened here. So then here is the file that everything is saved under. I open that file, and as you can see, each slide is individually made into an image, and this would, I've had some issues with this before. Oh, good. And so each one of these are just an image you can take and upload to your learning management platform for creating quizzes, exams, and so on. So hopefully that was useful. I'll see you next video.